They didn't blow a late lead, and they showed some heart and soul, like all characteristics that you would not attach to the Boston Bruins this year. So it did feel like an out-of-body experience.
Okay, let's talk about the Boston Bruins, because not long ago, we thought they were dead in the water, but they are red hot since trading Brad Marchand. And if the season ended today, the Boston Bruins would be in the playoffs if the season began 4 days ago. So, Pete, how do you feel about your Boston Bruins?
They're back, baby. They're so back. I don't know what's happening. I enjoyed a Boston Bruins game last night. They didn't play like assholes, came away. A lot of Florida Panthers fans saying, oh, this is your Stanley Cup. Yeah, it fucking was. I haven't seen a good game all year long.
You lost our Stanley Cup.
You're starting to sound like me.
What?
You're like another fan base tries to shit on you. It's like, I know.
Yeah.
Can't talk shit. I
I've
already
watched
know.
a team that I literally haven't enjoyed all season long. It's a very foreign experience to me, but I'll tell you what, you get one good game and you're like, damn, that rocked, and there's nothing you can say to take me down from that mountaintop.
Bruins.
Plus, it involved Nikita Zadorov beating the shit out of like the most hated person in Bruins land, in Sam Bennett. Like if Bruins fans could pick one player in the National Hockey League to have like one of their players beat the shit out of, I'm pretty sure it would be an overwhelming majority would pick Sam Bennett.
Kelly in the chat asks, Brad Marchand, handshake Seth Jones.
Right.
Just asking the question. Have the Bruins improved their fortunes by getting that $6.125 million albatross of a contract off their books?
That's right.
It had become a distraction.
Was Brad Marchand the problem?
Yes. Had Brad Marchand become a distraction? I think not. But yeah, Bruins played a perfect we suck as a team game last night, which is they hung in there at home. Can't say they played a perfect road game. They were at home. Although I saw some shots of the crowd early on. I was like, I don't know if all the real people are at Nesson's cartoon thing or what, but did not look super well attended at the beginning of the game last night. Did have two people sitting on the glass wearing Brad Marchand Panthers jerseys. Amazing. Sean, you saw those, right?
It was not me. Despite I got people were asking if it was me. It was not.
I tweeted Sean and who, and someone responded, his bodyguard. Sean got him a jersey too.
True.
Although only
that would be the move.
Front row and with a bodyguard, though, that's a bitch move.
I
Bodyguard is for the 300s. You are fine.
It's more of like go fuck yourself. I got it like that move. If you're sitting front row,
Glass
brand
with,
new jersey with a bodyguard,
with
like,
extra jersey money.
That's just like you want to be me.
Also, if you just had 3 tickets and you went with yourself and essentially 2 strangers, that's also a flex to be like, I could have brought DJ and Pete. Fuck those guys. I hired people to be here instead. But those people got a rough watch, those Panthers fans. Maybe they're Bruins fans who were disenfranchised, but whatever. Bruins hung in there for 2 periods against the Panthers, down 2-0, came back in the third period, 1-3-2, which if you know anything about the Bruins this year, they're not often up 2-0 after 2 periods, but they are more likely the team to blow that lead, to squander that lead, especially late, than they are to be the ones to storm back against the team and not only beat them, but yes, Pete, Nikita Zadorov beat them up.
Yeah, I mean, they came back. They played a fun game. It was like a high intensity game. They didn't blow a late lead, and they showed some heart and soul, like all characteristics that you would not attach to the Boston Bruins this year. So it did feel like an out-of-body experience watching that team and being proud and happy and coming away with a enjoyable result. So I don't know what got into them. Like maybe Jacob Lauko, I said this last night, maybe Jacob Lauko is and always was the glue holding the Bruins together. But now you've got back-to-back wins, a chance to win 3 straight games for the first time ever this season. And like those weren't 2 cheapies. You beat the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida Panthers as they were pretty hot. Like the Lightning had won 10 out of 11 games when the Bruins beat them on Saturday. And that was the first time the Lightning had been shut out on home ice this entire season. The Panthers had won 6 straight heading into last night. And like obviously we're coming into Boston knowing that there is a little bit of a target on their back. Bruins just got a little something to them right now.
They do. They are 2 points out of a playoff spot, which we will discuss the playoff race with Petey in a little bit. All apologies to the Eastern Conference for everything we have said about their wild card situation. But I think that this year we've learned that shit is dope. Bruins, as I said, 2 points out. I put together a little presentation. I don't know if it's quite a game report, but it's called Bruins Back? ? Sean, you want to look at Bruins Back? Asking the question there. And you've got what they could be looking at, glory, if this ends up going the way I think we all agree it's going. So this season, we know that, Sean, if you would, there you go. This season, every signing bad. They lost too many games. A lot of people saying that Don Sweeney chunked it. And that one picture that I use for every time we do anything with Don Sweeney is very fitting.
It's a good picture. It's just him like posting up against a wall.
You can use it has utility.
That's
it
right.
looks good for if he's cooking or if you think maybe he chunked it. So what happens at the deadline? They trade everyone. Jacob Lauko comes back. I saw not one but two people on the pregame show last night. Yeah, that's right. I was excited enough for this game that I watched the pregame show.
Gross.
Dale Arnold and Billy Jaffe both making the joke about you need a program to know the lineup with this one because who the fuck? Dale said, Billy, who the fuck are these guys?
Who the fuck is this guy?
Billy, who the fuck is this guy? That's Dale Arnold doing a Conor McGregor impression, and that's what he was doing. My guy Dale was swearing on the pregame show. Dale ain't no bitch.
I guarantee Dale was not swearing on the pregame show.
He was not swearing on the pregame show, but he did say you need a program to know the lineup.
That sounds like something he'd say.
What happens on Tuesday? The Bruins beat the Panthers in the first game where the Panthers are not allowed to cheat.
Fair.
Joe Sacco after the game says galvanized multiple times. We see, I was going to say we learn, I would say more we confirmed that Nikita Zadorov is captain material. A lot of people saying, who wears the C? Charlie McAvoy once he's healthy. My leader in the clubhouse was David Pastrnak. I think we learned last night the next captain of the Boston Bruins. Welcome back, Zadorov.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That like the Z for him is his last name.
What? Oh,
that like people call Zdeno Chara Z for his first name. This so that's relevant.
You can't call him the big N.
True.
Why? Cut to P's air quotes race. Nikita Zadorov, we learned captain material. So it begs the question: did the Bruins win the trade? Since the Brad Marchand deal, the Bruins are undefeated, 2-0-0. Joe Sacco, stop me if you've heard this before, said galvanized. Brad Marchand, no wins, and I cleaned this up because I don't want to. I only like making fun of Brad Marchand to his face.
Yeah.
I was going to put keeps crying, but I changed to emotional in press conference.
Okay.
Which that's just facts. I am counting and believing
I saw
Brad
DJ's computer before the show, and it said "crybaby bitch" on this.
I
slide.
said Brad Marchand is a bitch? ? Don Sweeney ain't no bitch, and that brings me to this. Should we apologize to Don Sweeney? Brad Marchand did famously note that he was the best GM in the league, if not one of the best, if not the best. I would have raised my hand and said, Brad, say it with your chest. Why not the best? And he'd say, everyone he signed was bad. And I'd raise my hand again and I'd say, Nikita Zadorov looks like captain material right now, Brad. And I believe that takes us to the last thing. Yeah, so are the Bruins back?
This is crazy.
And there's just a lot of reasons why they could be back. Sean,
I got a note. I heard before the show, in the show planning, Sean got this last slide and said to DJ, I didn't see it. He said, is it supposed to look like this?
I said, oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is crazy. This is like a Facebook meme that you see like your aunt share and you're like, oh, fuck.
It was hard to fit all of the reasons why the Bruins could be back. And in there, you've got Zadorov was good last postseason, if memory serves. Didn't check. Pastrnak ain't no bitch. Middle stat mode. Don't count that out. Jeremy Swayman can steal a game.
Jeremy Swayman tried to give last night's game away. It's just the officials blew the whistle too fast.
I love it for him. We could show Jacob Lauko the movie Miracle. Could get him all excited. Depth. You need depth in the playoffs. Don't know if the Bruins have it, but we're about to find out. Gonna be a hell of a story You know who said that?
You?
You know, Sean, you know who said that?
Dale?
No.
Michael, it's going to be a hell of a story. I can guarantee that. No, it's Julian Edelman. Going to be a hell of a story.
Okay.
When the Patriots were down 28-3, he was pacing up. He was going to be a hell of a story, which psycho concussed move to be saying. Going to be a hell of a story. And also, don't forget, Brad Marchand said that Don Sweeney was one of the, if not the best GMs in the league.
Stunning lack of credit being given to Henry Yokiharu, but I'll let it
Honestly,
go.
Sean, as you could see, those are all kind of jumbled and smashed up in there. I don't think there was room.
I think you could have put it on top of one of the words.
Also, crazy to put in a picture of Elias Lindholm on the slide.
Oh, shit. I ended up getting to delete. One of the things said playoff Elias loading.
Oh my God. Famously had an awesome playoff run last year.
Yeah. Put a playoff Elias do.
It's true.
We all silly like the mayor.